Don't worry guys, he placed a return pad before so he knew what he was doing. Also, this reminds me of that part in the official Welcome to the Ritual video where the guy talking says that he now knows that the only way to escape is by dying. But in reality, you just need to no-clip through the elevator, then out of reality. So yeah, good job, I guess. Also, do not use bugs like this, and if you're going to, make sure that it's just to help the developers eliminate the bugs from the game and never use them to your advantage. Anyways, hello everyone, I'm MagMah, also known as the professional traps guy in both Deceit 1 and Deceit 2, but you can call me that if you want to. Today I'm going to tell you how I feel about Deceit 2, some tips and tricks you must know, cool easter eggs, and how the game looks from the inside and outside. This is going to be a general video for everything Deceit 2 has to offer, and I hope that this tutorial will make you understand more about the game. Well, anyways, enjoy the video. Let's start with my honest Deceit 2 review. The game is still unfinished. Well, not exactly. The game itself is finished, it's fun, it's balanced, and has many cool features. But when you look at the animations and some parts of the game, like the endgame sequence, the game feels raw. Let's start with the animations. The animations sometimes are not done correctly, they sometimes overwrite, and also there are times that it's just questionable. But animations are not the biggest problem here. I don't even pay attention to them most of the times. The real problem is when the game gets too confusing because of many things happening at once and the endgame sequence being boring. Let's look at the endgame sequence. I like to call it the endgame sequence for when the two infectors can vote out the innocents know who the two infectors are, or when the innocents get escape key. All of them are very fun, but one that I hate the most is the escape key endgame sequence. When someone gets escape key, if that person dies, the game instantly ends with the infected winning. This is just plain bad, because that means we are dependent on one person, and that person might not know what he's doing. Or it may be a troller trying to stop the innocents from winning. And having the key is the perfect way of doing so because no one can do anything about that. I already made a suggestion on how to improve this, and I think this will make things way better than they currently are. And finally, I think having a win and loss music will be incredible and rewarding. If the developers make a very good winning music, I will try my best to win just to listen to that gem. Also, the crashes and bugs are a big problem, and I think they should be fixed as soon as possible. There has also been reports of people having lag with Deceit 2, but I think that's just because of the graphics that the new game offers, as I never got any lag with the graphics on Epic. I think there should be a very low quality option to help people with bad PCs. So now I was going to talk about the items, and when I had wrote my opinion about most of them, and when I was getting ready to record my voice, my PC crashed. So now I have to write everything again. Hooray! So because of that, I decided I'm going to put even more effort this time, and make a tier list with every single item. Let's start with the pistol. So I think you should always buy pistol first, and why, I don't know. I just started buying pistol first one day, and now I'm obsessed with doing that. Now pistol is a must use, so I'm going to put it in helpful instead. For the adrenaline, it's helpful. The back scanner is helpful, ball and chain is helpful, punch edge is helpful, motion sensor is helpful. Oh my god, I'm putting so many items on helpful. Now the camera, it's decent. And the reason why is because it plays the terror for a small amount of time and can only be used 5 times, but it is still by the terror. CCTV tablet is helpful, report is teamwork, and the reason why I'm putting teamwork here instead of being same as helpful is because I think you're wasting an item that has no use. Unless other people buy the item and they're also down to talk. So it basically boils down to if your team wants to cooperate or not, otherwise it will go to helpful. Visibility medallion is helpful, I think. I never used it, so I don't know how it works, but if you can still interact with blood altars and story cameras, even when invisible, then it's very helpful. Decoy is helpful, flare is helpful. Now we are in the one that I hate the most and see no use. Delete. I just see no reason to use this. Like, what are you going to use this for? Like, just buy pistols, just buy knuckle dusters, like, don't buy gas grenade, you can only use it one time too. Hammer of Mending is helpful. At least one person of your team shall be Bob, so you can always have everything fixed. Handcuffs is helpful. Oh my god. Look at how many items are helpful already. Now it's the goggles. These are must use for when you want to find the infected, want to surprise attack them, or if you want to know what everyone is doing. So yeah, I think it should go to must use. Knuckle Dust is an interesting item. It's another combat item, worse than the pistol, but infinite. If you're going to buy it, then it's better to buy it as a first or second item. Never buy it as a third, fourth or fifth item unless you're out of ammo in your pistol. Another reason you should never buy it later is because people will have handcuffs, ball and chains, trackers and muzzles. So it's not advisable to approach them to fight. Deceit. The mask. I actually think the mask is great for both innocent and infected, not gonna lie. As infected you can mask as others and activate ball alters or transform in front of people, to make innocents confused. And as innocent, you can use the mask if everyone thinks it's you, and you have no other choice but hide your identity. Do not try to hide from everyone as innocent, people can just use goggles and infected can always see you through the walls. I always use the mask instead. Helpful. You can shut up people with the muzzle. Helpful. Pin is teamwork. Return pad is helpful. Sanity serum makes your sanity go back to 100%, so it's 100% must use, of course. Smoke grenade is elite. There is no use for the smoke grenade. So yeah, either delete it or make so when you are in the smoke your screen goes completely grey. Like in some games, for example CSGO. Then I'll put it in decent or even helpful. So yeah, it's a delete for now. Torch. Yup, overpowered. It just has so many uses during the game, to the point of the camera almost being useless. And that's why I put the camera in decent. Just don't use the camera, use the torch instead, because as I said before, the torch is always the answer. So what can you do with the torch? First, you can stay hidden in the same place during the in-between, for as much time as you want to. Why? Because you can apply the eye over and over for as much time as you want to. Really, the torch has so much battery to the point of being considered infinite. Trust me, use the torch and you'll never run out of battery. Unless you just waste it for no reason, of course. So yeah, not only does the torch do that, but you can also always point the light to the terror, meaning he always needs to protect himself, and you can also see better in the dark with it. For the tracker, you don't need it, just use the goggles instead. If you really want to use it, then I recommend you use it during the in-between only instead, so the player can transform in the terror form. I also think that the tracker should have a duration of 2 minutes instead of just 90 seconds. So yeah, that's why it's going to the decent. It needs some upgrades. For the traps, and as a professional traps guy, I think the traps are a must use. It's great to protect escape doors or protect your hiding spot. Not only that, but you can also use it to save yourself from an execution. Yes, I'm not joking, just put the traps right before the terror grabs you and boom, you're out. And finally, helpful. So here it is. What do you guys think I should change? So, I asked everyone what they think about my tier list and they think it's great. Except for this guy. I need to see that video again on how to answer to negative comments. There were also confused comments why Torch is overpowered. Now, is it actually overpowered? No, not that much. All items are fine currently, the developers did a really good job on balancing the items. And I was not expecting that. But still, I think the torch can still be abused as long as you are alive, because it basically never runs out of battery. I was thinking about making a tier list for mutations too, but I don't think I need to because all mutations are pretty good. Yeah, except for paranormal. Everyone can still talk even with their identity disguised, so you can still know who is who, so yeah, paranormal is just pretty bad. By the way, say hi to my new Chang. It's going to be my new profile picture for everything until the Legacy Chang cosmetic arrives. Finally, I want to talk about small easter eggs that Deceit has to offer. And after that, how the developers managed to make the asylum. Starting with the first easter egg, the painting you are seeing right now is the first ever made by the developers before the experiment from the Deceit one being made. You can find it in the Deceit Greenlight page on Steam, but sadly Steam Greenlight has been permanently closed and the image has been lost. But not actually because the devs saved this image in the game files. Nice! Another small easter egg you can find is the Masquerade cosmetics. which will be given to everyone that got those cosmetics during the Masquerade event in Deceit 1. And I guess we got to the end of the video. Before ending it, here are how the game looks from the outside. As always, don't try using bugs, I'm just showing them to you so you can see what was in those secret rooms. And as always, subscribe, like, and bye.